Look, I get it. You watch these videos and you see all the luxury I have behind me. Here in my kitchen, you can see my kitchen in the reflection. Here in my kitchen, where my office is at. And you think, what would it be like to have such luxury? Look at my empty corner over here. I know you see it. Let me show you what it can do. Yes, maybe someday when you are as wealthy as me, you will have an empty corner to do the Macarena in. But until then, I think you're going to be just left sitting there thinking, the question is on everybody's mind. How much money does this guy make to afford such luxury? And that's what we're going to address in this video. Jokes aside, in this video, guys, I want to show you how I broke $2 million in the last 30 days. And more importantly, I want to show you how we're on pace to do it again. And the real point of this video is this. This is a picture of me next to a private jet. This is a picture of me with a $400,000 Ferrari. The person in this picture is a sucker. My net worth and my wealth is so much significantly higher than when I was in these pictures. It's comical. It's frankly pathetic. And anybody you see doing these things, all I see in these pictures right here, this private jet flight, that's like $200,000 in Ethereum gains. This car right here stopped me from building my dream business because I had to put money into the car instead of the business. This is stupid stuff. Right now, the reason why I can be successful, in my opinion, is because I have nothing to lose. I don't have any need for money. I fly in Southwest Airlines. I've been wearing the same tank top. You've seen in the videos, like I shoot these every single night when I'm bored and have free time. I'm wearing the same stinky tank top for days. I've been wearing the same pair of pants for like 2 days straight. I have 3 pairs of clothes that I wear. You can see the reflection. I don't have any furniture in my house. I don't have luxury items. I don't have a car. I own nothing except land and crypto. And the reason why I can be successful is because, well, there's really no place for my money to go other than making more money. I don't give a shit about it because I don't need money. And so I can just be reckless and build whatever thing that I want to build. See, before in these pictures right here, and when you see people posting these pictures like this, these are handcuffs. These are tools to enslave you. These are tools to get suckers that smart people make to extract money from idiots. And when you buy these things, you get locked into these things. For example, when I owned all these items, I had to stay in businesses that I didn't think were that great. And they couldn't scale, and they weren't my dream business, and there's no way I was going to ever become very, very, very wealthy running these businesses. Because, again, I couldn't quit these businesses. I couldn't say, you know what, I'm not going to make much money for a while because I have this lifestyle to fulfill. I have to own these things, and I have to appear this way on the internet, and I have to appear wealthy. And while at the time I was making good money, I was doing very well, I couldn't actually grow. And I kept getting locked in things that would slow me down. And it wasn't until I said, screw these things, I'm done, got rid of all of them, that I was able to actually start moving forward to becoming actually very, very successful. It wasn't until I said, I'm done with these things, that I could actually start growing. Because all the things held me where I was, and kept me from making the best long-term decisions. When I sold these things and said, I'm not going to make much money for a while. I'm going to live a pretty frugal lifestyle just so I can focus and put all my money I make into my business. And then when I make money from that business, I can just invest it. And because I don't need any of that money back anytime soon, what am I going to do? Buy another chair? Do you think I'm insane? You know what that would do? But because I don't need money and because I don't have to invest in things that make me a sucker, I can just focus on my product, on my company, and making it the best thing possible without any worry or concerns about it. And that makes me pretty tough to deal with in business because, again, while everybody's trying to make profits so they can buy cars or get a house or do something, I'm just putting all the profits back in the business. And if I have excessive profits, then I just invest the profits. And that's the point I wanted to make. I'll dive into all this in a second with you, but that's the point. I'm not buying another home. I'm not going and buying a car. I'm going and putting the money straight back into the business, and other money I have goes into cryptocurrency and trading. And I know when you watch these videos or you see other people on the internet, you think the way to be successful is to build something and focus on it to make money so you can buy expensive things. That's the complete opposite. You should build something for the sake of making something awesome, and then eventually it will probably make money, but you want to keep just putting it into that thing. The point of building a business is to build something great. It's not to make tons of money. If you build something great, it will make tons of money. It's a paradox. The highest paid player in the NBA is not the highest paid player. It's the best player. The person who performs the best and focuses on winning above all other things is the one who gets paid the best. If you are focusing on getting paid instead of being the best, you won't get paid. So just putting money where my mouth is from this time period right here, January 19th, February 19th, this business has done about $1 million in sales. You go look at my other business during this time frame. This one did $144,000 in sales. So just from Hyros and then my small info business, if you want to go check out my software company, it's the fastest growing ad tracking company in the world. These are the numbers that we did. And then what I do with the money that I make, or more so what I do with all the money I had laying around before this, for example, with my house selling my Lamborghini and all the other stuff that I owned, a lot of stuff, I invested in crypto. So as you guys know, back around March when everything crashed, I still didn't own anything. I had just tons of money laying around. Bitcoin went to 5K. And I was like, all right, let's do that. I had my money all in Bitcoin all the way up to January. Then what I did is I exited a good chunk of it. Okay, so I was about like at 75% of my net worth because I just put most of the money that I had, a lot of money from all the sales of everything into it. So I lowered this down to about 25% of my net worth. But as I did that, I also put it all into Ethereum at about $1,000. Then during that time frame, Ethereum doubled, of course. But then I also put it into a lot of other investments like VGX being one of my biggest winners on that one. Reef, I got in pretty low at. And then also a lot of DOT. And so that's exactly what happened right there. I already had a lot of money already laying inside of crypto, and then I was able to go and, in Ethereum's case, nearly actually double it, and then in VGX, Reef, and DOT, almost 3x to quadruple it. VGX even more than that. At this point in time, I'm actually doing even better this month in crypto because I've actually gotten pretty okay at picking good altcoins. And just from the coins I've got into, I got into ADA pretty low before it just popped up. I've gotten into B20 really early. Went in pretty hard on Engine and a lot of other coins. Don't buy any of these, by the way. They're already pumped up. You're going to lose money if you buy these, just straight up. It's probably not the best time to, well, it's always a good time to buy ADA, but other than these, don't do that. But what's the point right there? I have a very, very, very simple strategy for making money. I focus on making my product at Hyros incredible and just consistently growing that team, taking care of them, and taking care of my customer. That's what I focus on. I don't focus on that Stripe account. By doing that, my product's good. My team is amazing. And frankly, I don't really even take credit for what's happened at Hyros. It's my team. They're incredible. I would not be able to do anything without them. And they're the secret behind everything. And that also being said, I'm literally the most useless person at the company. It's all about them. And then what I do with the money I have laying around is I put it in stuff that I think is going to pay off well. And if I'm going to be buying things that I want good, stable, consistent investments in, I'm just going to buy land, keep it nice and simple. But honestly, what I like to do is I just keep it in crypto, because if you look at crypto's ROI over a long time, it just consistently goes up, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what I've done with it is during this bull run, there's a lot of opportunities. And so I just move the money around based on the news that's going around in crypto. And that's allowed me to go out there. And if you can just do the basic math on that, I've had more than 7 figures in crypto for a long time. And well, you've seen the charts going up. You've seen what it's done January to March 9th. And this has allowed me to break around $2 million per month in money coming in. Which honestly, I know I usually sound like a cocky, arrogant prick. That's just my online funny persona. I find that mind-blowing. That's insane. I'm very blessed and very lucky, and I don't really have things to say about it, to be honest. And that's not really the point of this video. It's really just an arbitrary number. Because again, you don't need to be jealous of me. I'm not buying Lamborghinis with this. I'm not going and buying watches. This is just literally my personal scoreboard for the decision making that I'm doing. The reason why I'm telling you this is, more importantly, to stress to people that you don't have to fall into the crap that you see on our social media and online and in the entrepreneurship community. You don't have to buy things and obtain things. You don't have to build businesses that you don't want to build. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You are completely capable of just being happy, building businesses, and not worrying about anybody else for yourself but yourself. And you can be super lame. You can fly in Southwest Airlines. You can cut your own hair like I do. You don't have to do any of these things except take care of your people, your customer, and don't buy. And the other thing I want to point out is you don't need to be an influencer. You don't need to be popular online. I've made less videos. My view count, my likes on Instagram, the amount of people that follow me online has absolutely plummeted because I put really no effort into my online persona anymore. I just enjoy making these videos for you guys, but even my YouTube channel is pretty much cratered because I don't put any effort into it. I don't try to be anything online anymore. That's the thing people don't understand. They think if you go and get lots of likes and stuff like that, that's how you become successful. No, you build a great product that people actually want to buy. Yeah, sure, there's tons of people on YouTube that just talk, and that's what they get paid to do is talk, and sometimes you can make a lot of money just by talking. But you don't have to talk, and you don't have to be one of those people. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but this is like a hard life to achieve. Being popular all the time is extremely difficult. It's exhausting, okay? Anybody that makes all their money from YouTube, just being on YouTube, I would be terrified of that, because the second people find you boring, you lose all your money. And let's be frank, I'm pretty boring. So that at least would not be for me. And it doesn't have to be for you. Let's face it, most of us are pretty boring. We're not entertaining. That's just fine. You don't have to be entertaining. And I'm not the most successful person ever by any means, not even close. Okay, but I feel like my success relevant to other people is something that a lot of people would want. And I'm telling you, if you want to get there, just be lame. Be a loser. I don't hang out with celebrities. You're not going to see me hanging out and doing cool things. You're not going to see me on some yacht. You're not going to see any part of my lifestyle that is enviable. Okay, most people would pay money not to live like I do. So that's what I'm trying to stress to you, because people, they see the cars, they see the money, they see Dan Bilzerian, and they see people making dumb decisions. If Dan Bilzerian had taken all the money that he's been throwing around and wasting and just put any of it into even the lowest returning crypto, Bitcoin, he would be a billionaire by now. But he's not, because he didn't make good decisions. He didn't focus on actually becoming wealthy. He focused on appearing wealthy, and now he's lost tons of money. And he could have not even started that stupid company he made and put it in literally any crypto last year and just been smart with his money, and he'd be a billionaire. But he's never going to be a billionaire because of that. And then just to answer the one question, it's probably going to be in the chat. Well, Alex, what's the long-term play? Because the crypto market's going to go up and down like this. Well, I mean, I got into the crypto market. The prices, this is the boom that's going on right here. Here's the incoming crash. I got in right here. Most people are getting in at like $30,000, $50,000, and this is where we're at right now. Even if it crashes on me, I'm still really up in my investments, and every coin that I hold, every project that I hold for the most part, is projects I believe in over 10 years. I just don't see ADA, Ethereum, Bitcoin not being 10x what they're worth right now. I just don't. I don't see Polkadot not being worth 10x what it is right now. And if you know anything about crypto, you can stake this stuff for an annual 8% ROI. So if you're asking me what's the long-term wealth play right here, try to get out somewhere at the peak of the bull run and then wait for it to crash down, buy it all back, and then stake it for 5 to 8% a year on BlockFi or just the normal staking methods. For example, ETH 2.0, you can make an 8% or maybe 5% annual return. Cardano, the same exact thing. All the other coins that I own, VGX, for example, you can make 5% per year just holding it on their platform. So that's the long-term wealth play as well. Let's say I can go out here and I can turn, I'm not going to tell you what my portfolio size is, but let's say I turn, but let's just use a random number right here, and let's just say I turn $10,000 into $100,000. Okay, if I stick that into these areas right here, that's an $8,000, $5,000 to $8,000 return every single year. So of course, if we're using this number in a higher multiple, and we buy the assets when they're down, and they consistently keep going up year after year, like they have for literally a decade. If you look at the chart of Bitcoin, yeah, it's all over the place, but it's consistently volatile on the upward trend. If I put it right there, you have an asset that's not only appreciating super rapidly, but also generating you passive income, which then grows rapidly in the amount of dividends, for lack of better words, that you're getting paid out every single year. That's the wealth play. Okay, that's the coolest thing about crypto is the passive income you can make from it. And again, you want to be making money in the bull run, but this right here. So if you're looking at it, you know, how I'm making money and how I plan to make money, build great things without the focus of making money. And then when you get that money, don't be greedy with it. Put it in the things that are going to make you more money. Okay? And then understand those things. For example, you don't have to buy crypto. You could buy land. You could buy rental properties. You could buy one of the many other things that give you a yearly ROI. Just don't store it in cash. Hell, you could just put it in a Singapore dollar and make an ROI on that every single year, because that thing actually does, it deflates because it's so valuable because they treat it right. But that's the point. Okay? If you're thinking about the cash and the dollars and the hot babes, you're never going to have the cash and the dollars and the hot babes, or you're going to get them way too early because you're going to be being dumb and you're going to lose all your money like Dan Bilzerian did. And then really my best advice to you and why I'm making this video is you have to understand that when you think like this and you don't take money out of your business and you focus on your business and your people and you focus on at least taking that money that you take out and throwing it into something that has capabilities of going up. I'm telling you straight up, if you have $50,000, yeah, you can leave it in your bank right now and it's going to be worth $25,000 here in 4 years. Actually, like less than that. Or you can put it in something that at least has a way of going up. Or instead of going and buying that $50K Rolex that's not going to generate you any money, instead of going and getting that $30K private flight so you can look cool on Instagram, you might as well at least stuff it in crypto. Because, for example, I put in like $50K into a project 3 weeks ago, and it's like at $250,000 a day in ROI. I could have gone and bought a private jet for that. Can you imagine how stupid that would have been? Embarrassing. Come on, this is how you don't make money. And so what you want to focus on, and my advice to you, because you're not watching this because you care about me, and frankly, if again, you can look at me right now. There's literally nothing good in my life right now. It's impressive. I don't have a mansion to take you around. I don't have some freaking car to show you. I'm not going to walk you around my super penthouse. I have a kitchen and a bed. And the reason why I do that is because I'm focused on winning. I'm not focused on entertaining you and convincing you that I'm rich. I'm focused on building a significant amount of wealth so I can do whatever the hell I want and win at the game. I want to be the best player. I don't want to be impressive to you. And I know I sound aggressive towards you, but I'm more so aggressive to all the bull that is put on YouTube and put out in the entrepreneurship community about getting wealthy. It is not about motivating yourself. It's not about wearing suits and being important. It's not about having some big home and seeming like you're a big person and making it on Facebook. It's about sitting at your fucking computer and doing the goddamn work. And nobody says that, because most people that are extremely successful at what they do, they don't make YouTube channels. And I'm not saying that I'm the most successful person ever, because I'm not even close to that. But someone needs to say it. And while I'm doing this, guys, I want to stress, I've attended 0 masterminds. I've taken 0 courses. I have been mentored by nobody. I haven't joined some crypto mastermind. I have just sat at my computer and worked and worked and worked, and not focused on making money, but focused on building the best possible product I can. And then if it does make money, putting that in the best place I can see it turning into more money and learning about that thing I'm investing in. But I want to make this video for you because it's so easy in the world of entrepreneurship and becoming a better person to get lost in nonsense. You don't go and become a stronger person by attending events or reading haikus or reading self-help books or reading 5,000 books or attending anything. There's so many people that want to zig you this way, zig you this way, and zig you this way and that way, and wherever the hell you're going to go. Entrepreneurship is simple. Building businesses, doing things is simple. It's a flywheel. It's a snowball. You need to go and start pushing just a little tiny ball, and the only thing you focus on is pushing this little tiny ball in the most intelligent way you can. Usually that's just going straight forward and not getting focused on any distraction. When you're trying to grab and bring other things into your life, a car, this, that, all these things, you can't push the snowball effectively because you're worried about holding on to these things. If you don't have any of these things right here and you're not distracted and you just know what you want to do and you think about it and you research everything you can possibly do, you're going to push this snowball, and as you push it, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the reason why, if you focus on pushing the snowball and nothing else, that you're going to win is because no one else is focused on pushing their snowball. They're focused on all sorts of other gizmos and gadgets, and I completely understand it because I used to be that person. But your life can be simple. The way you build wealth can be simple. The things you focus on can just be things you care about, and you don't have to worry about making money. You don't have to have a fancy lifestyle. You don't have to impress anybody. You are simply enough. And the only way to have true power, in my opinion, and this is just from my experience, because I want to be self-aware here too. I am not at the top of the mountain, but I'm doing better, easier than I ever have before. And the only way I've been able to do that is by having nothing to lose so I can be fearless. I'm not saying I'm Tyler Durden or something like that, but the way you obtain power is by getting rid of all the things that stop you from obtaining power. And a lot of times that involves going backwards. It involves being simple. And it involves not caring what other people think. When I decided to go and get rid of all my possessions, all the things, people said I was bankrupt, and they made fun of me. They said I was a loser, all sorts of things like that. When people see me flying on Southwest Airlines now instead of flying in a private jet, they think something's gone terribly wrong with my life. But what they don't understand is that savings on the Southwest ticket is going to make me 5-10x in Ethereum or Cardano or whatnot. And even if it doesn't, putting it in Cardano is a hell of a lot better than putting it in a private jet that's going to cost me 30 grand that's never going to give me an ROI. Putting it in VGX or putting it back into my business or putting in my staff is going to give me a better ROI than going and buying a car or a new house that is going to do nothing for me but stress me out and take away my power. That's the video. And I hope you got and understand that the point of this video is to drop the shit, stop being a sucker, and realize that the people who act wealthy rarely are actually that wealthy. Sure, when I was flying private and had cool cars and appeared wealthy and bombastic, yeah, great, I appeared wealthy, I was doing pretty okay. But every single person you see doing those things has handcuffs on, and they're in a fight, and they're not going to beat anybody who has taken their handcuffs off and gotten rid of them. That's the point. Don't focus on buying handcuffs. Focus on the fight. That's it.